Blah, blah, blah. I mean, BRZRKR. Oh. So, this is a story about an immortal, unkillable, unstoppable killing machine that pulls himself back together. There's this company called Valiant. They have this character called the Eternal Warrior, and he's basically the same thing. He's immortal, puts himself back together, and he's an unstoppable killing machine. And I don't know where I was going with that comparison, but there you go. I'm throwing that out there. This issue, number 5 of BRZRKR, nothing happens in the whole thing. Basically, you can wrap up the entire story with these 2 pages, skip everything in the middle, and go right to what happens in the last couple pages. There's no reason that any of the stuff in the middle needs to be there, but it's there anyway. In fact, because it's so gory, maybe I'll just put this page right here and you can kind of feast your eyes on like the bloody pulp of his body. So this issue takes 20 something pages to explain that Keanu Reeves' character, whatever his name is, falls in love with people. They grow old. He doesn't grow old. And he can't have any kids because all of his kids end up stillborn. That's what's going on right here. Poor little guy. Like, that's just how his life goes. And he gets ripped apart, pulped, and da 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 da. And, boy, the one little text box on this page, like, kind of hurts, man. Because over here on the left, he's like, my first love. And then here, not the last one, but the first hurt the most. Yeah. Welcome to being human, guy. Welcome to being human, you immortal, unstoppable killing machine. So we spend an entire comic book, 20 something pages, just being told, you know, what we could have got across in like 2 pages of comics. And in fact, we basically got it across in the opening scene where he's like drinking alcohol with the head shrinker, psychiatrist, physicist person that's running this secret government research program that he's taken part in. But I gotta say, this book has like the worst opening page of all time. What about this is gonna sell the book to me? Like, your inside front page should be something that goes pop. Something should pop here. Instead, we've just got a guy, his forehead, his brow. Zoom out. His forehead, his brow, his cheekbones. Zoom out. His forehead, his brow, his nose, his cheekbones, and his lips. It does nothing, man. Absolutely nothing for me. And then, like, we spend all this time here. I gotta say, like, I do appreciate the use of the coloration here, but you know, because you got the blue for the outside where it's cold and rainy, and then it's warm and golden like an oven on the inside. Like, I kind of get that, but like, I don't really see the point of this whole book, this whole thing being one issue. You could have got this message across a whole lot quicker and just as poignantly. Like, you didn't need to drag it out, and that's what this felt like. Was it was dragged out. I've showed you a lot of pages and stuff here, but like, here's a 2 page spread of people drifting off into nothing. I can't show you that page anyway because there's some Ghibli bits. Here's another one. I'm gonna put my thumb over this just so I don't accidentally show something. More Ghibli bits. Like, we just get a whole lot of loss, and then his eyes glow like Thor, and whatever happened happened. Like, that's what's going on in this book. I.e., not a whole lot is going on this book. Like, look at this cover. This cover promises me him punching something so hard that blood's splattering somewhere. There's not a hint of this violence, like, in the book. Oh, sure, there's the part where he gets ripped apart. Big whoop. He's gotten ripped apart in, like, every issue of this book so far. How many times has he punched somebody's face or whatever so hard that blood splattered? I don't know that that's ever happened. I mean, he did punch his way through, like, plate glass one time and his own blood was splattering. Does that count? We're not exactly living up to the BRZRKR in a book called BRZRKR. BRZRKR, if you know what I mean. Seriously, stop navel gazing. Bye bye.